Good, yes. Thanks everybody for coming. This is a momentous day for our football club. I'd like to announce a significant partnership with a wonderful global company, a wonderful Australian brand that's recognisable to all, a big employer, and particularly in South Australia, in Optus. This is initially a 4-year deal. It is of significant value to our football club. I'll share some detail around that with some questions, I'm sure. But in the meantime, I'd like to introduce you to Ben White, who's the Managing Director of Marketing and Product for Optus. And maybe I'll pause there and allow you to ask some questions. But to say our football club is proud would be an understatement. On the back of yesterday's announcement, to have a principal partner now of the status of Optus just goes to show how strong a football club we are and how strong a position this state is in to attract sponsors of this nature. Incredibly proud. So thank you. Ben, would you like to say a few words?
No, thanks. And good to see everyone this morning. And thanks very much, Rob, and also to Don for hosting us here today. We're absolutely thrilled, Optus is absolutely thrilled to become a new principal partner with the Adelaide Football Club. You know, South Australia is an incredibly important part of Optus's business, and we've been a long-term investor in this state. In fact, really, since our business was founded back in the early 90s, actually about the same time as the Crows. You know, the investment that we're making in this state is very significant. We've had recent mobile investment of over $69 million. Just last week we announced the first 5G services for Australia, which we'll be rolling out in the coming months. I'm very proud to say that South Australia features prominently in our first rollout of 5G as well. But really for us, this is really about an investment in community. And you know, the investment that we're making here is obviously not just to get a logo on the Guernsey, but it's also really about being able to support, you know, the women's team and really importantly the grassroots, because an investment in the community is really of great importance to us as a business. It's something we're very proud to have done for over 20 years now here in the state, and we're really looking forward to doing with a major, significant, multi-million-dollar a year investment in the Adelaide Football Club as well. So with that, I just wanted to say thank you, and we obviously want to wish the Crows all the very best, both on the field and off the field, both this year and also obviously for the years to come in the partnership ahead. Thank you.
Thanks, Ben. And you know, Optus and the Crows, similar values, you know, particularly around teamwork, innovation, and as you said, community. I think it's going to be a wonderful partnership. We welcome you to the Crows family. Now, Ben, we've got to make sure you get to a few more games down here at the magnificent Adelaide Oval. But I'm sure as news of this trickles out to our 700,000 supporters across the country, but in particular here, they're going to get right behind it and support that investment that you've made here in South Australia. So a wonderful partnership, very pleased to announce it this morning.
What changes will fans and the public see?
Yeah, good question. So given the significance of this investment, the partnership, the Optus brand will appear on the back of our men's Guernsey, on the shorts, on our women's shorts, and on our state league teams' shorts as well. But I think really importantly, critically importantly, is that what this money and this investment means to our community programs, which are near and dear to our heart and Optus's. So this partnership allows us to invest in that, in more resource, and to be able to do more within the community, grassroots football, women's football, and allowing girls and young women the right to follow their dreams and participate in football at the elite level.
Rob, how powerful does this make the Crows then in terms of sponsorship when you've got Optus and Toyota on the one Guernsey?
You're right. So having Toyota on the front of our Guernsey, have been there since day one, and now Optus on the back and on the shorts, I think this would make our strip one of the most valuable in Australian sport today. So to have two sponsors like that, the new one in Optus today, is truly amazing, and we're really blessed to have a couple of good corporate citizens, you know, in particular like Optus, stand up and support us in that way.
This stadium's plastered with Telstra logos. Is that sending mixed messages to fans at home games?
I don't think so. It's a good question though, and like all deals these days, in particular sponsorships at a national level, they're getting ever increasingly complex. But we wouldn't be standing here today if we hadn't worked through all the intricacies of that with, you know, the AFL with Telstra and of course with Optus, and all parties are happy. We'll work through that. It's not the first thing that we've got to tread around lightly, but as I said, this is a great announcement today for football, in particular our community programs and grassroots football, and you know, to have Optus contribute to the level that they're going to initially over this next 4 years is just wonderful, and we thank them enormously.
So was this deal ratified with the AFL?
Of course. Something of this significance, we engaged with the AFL early in the piece. As you'd imagine, these things don't just occur. The negotiations, Ben, have been taking place for quite a while. And there was some delicacies around it naturally. That is common and going to become more common. So we navigated our way through it. I'd like to think all parties were very mature in it. And, you know, the community economy gets a significant investment into it. And again, we thank Optus for that today.
Obviously, Optus has got a streaming platform, Stream Sports Online. Is this the start of a content sharing partnership?
Look, the partnership, very embryonic. We're here to announce it today. We've got lots of plans, you know, to work with Optus. In the first instance, though, it's going to be around our community projects and the like. But look, I'm sure, like many of our other corporate sponsors, you're going to get entrenched in our family here at the Crows, and I'd like to think we're going to talk about all sorts of things that Optus and the Adelaide Football Club can do together to benefit the football community.
Would Optus like to see footy streamed on their online services?
Oh, look, what I'd say is, look, we know South Australians are passionate about football. We know the Crows are some of the most passionate fans in Australia. So we just really look forward to being able to engage with all of the fans and all South Australians through a game that we all really love.
Ben, how many staff have you got here in this state?
We've got over 500 staff here.
So a significant employer. It'd be great for them too, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Ben, can you say, was the competition hot? There are 18 teams in the competition, I guess, all would like a slice of the Optus pie. What put the Crows ahead?
Look, I think we share a lot of very common values with the Crows. Obviously, a major team in the league overall, and I think also really, you know, marries up the spirit of investment in this state, which is something that we were very keen to get behind as well.
You said multi-million-dollar deal. How much is it worth?
Look, we're not going to reveal the exact number, but it is certainly a significant deal. It's multi-million dollars every year.